Those are on backwards.
Are they on backwards?
Oh, no, they're not. Never mind. That's your left ear.
Yes. Yes.
We have this. It's the same left. To your left. The Christmas episode of Always Sunny.
I haven't gotten that far. I don't remember it. I don't remember it.
Oh, come the fuck on.
I'm trying to think.
It's the Christmas episode. I want to say around season 5. And it's the start of the show, and Charlie and Mac are decorating the bar for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And Charlie's up on a ladder, like putting a wreath on like the stuff behind the bar.
Yes.
And Mac goes, a little more to your left. He goes, my left or your left? He goes, we have the same left. He goes, dude, we're two different people. We can't have the same left. Oh my God. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Apartment 83 podcast. Guess who's a Fairweather fan?
Not me.
16-0, bitches. I gotta get a new headphone box. This is another problem. 16-0. I bought this today because I'm that fucking guy. TJ Maxx.
What does that mean, 16-0?
$10. There are 16 regular season games in the NFL.
Okay, whatever.
See?
Whatever.
Fuck me, fuck you. Fuck both of us.
I hate the Bills. I don't care for football.
It's not you don't hate the Bills.
It's
you
not
hate
the Super
you
Bowl.
don't.
It's the super boring. I don't care.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl. You know what you said.
The Super Bowl.
That's Mike Carl, Bertanalowski, Holly. If I remember to tag you in this, you'll get it. What's up, brother?
Kicking.
Yeah, kicking.
Kicking.
Last time things were positive. This time, not so much.
Just a weird 10 days of September, I guess.
He comes up outside and he's just like,
there's nothing like.
I said, what's up, man? How you been? He goes, bad month so far. I'm like, it's 10 days in. He goes, yeah. Bad month so far.
It's a bad month when you buy a fucking $1,000 phone and the next day drop it and it breaks.
3 times he texted me. Fuck! I dropped it again. He just bought the fucking phone.
On Monday. Hang on. Where is this?
He just bought the phone. I'm like, dude.
I bought the phone it was August 31st is when I bought it, and I picked it up on a Sunday, September 1st, and I fucking broke it that day.
I think you were texting because I was at work. You were texting me that day.
Yeah.
If I can drop the phone. It's like the dog got up. The dog like ran off quick and it fell out of my lap. I'm
dude,
like,
oh my God, I'm falling asleep like just like a typical like the sun was out. I was like,
you were high.
I was stoned for sure. And then so I'm just dozing off. It was nice, and all of a sudden the dog just darts out the front yard, and I was like, oh, and I just got up and ran, and the phone just went flying. Like I didn't even think about it. It was in my lap, and it was.
This dude buys a $1,000 phone and doesn't get a case for it.
I didn't. Amazon is the only spot with the nice cases that I like. No, there's like no point in fucking buying it.
So here's the problem. On the day you ordered the phone, you got it 2 days later. If you had ordered the case on the same day, you would have got it 2 days later.
I don't know why I didn't. It was just jumbled with my life.
I know what it is. You told me what it is earlier. It's financial destitution, not having the money, and that's not a shot at you.
But the case I want, it's like a super thin, nice case. It's like $7. I was just like
the one that's on that phone.
Pretty much
super thin, nice case.
It's like a sock almost. It's not a sock. Actually. It's
like, it was like real like so.
It's hard to explain. It's just like a super super thin case. It's thinner than that.
Is it fabric or is it like plastic like that?
No, it's like a little bit thicker than a credit card. Yeah.
I mean, that might have helped a little bit.
No, it was awesome. It was awesome. The only reason my other phone broke was because I had a poopy screen protector on it, and it fell flat on it. Nothing else broke. And I was like, well, this is stupid. And then the case... Here's my issue with the screen protector thing. That's a myth that it protects it. It protects it against like scratches and stuff. Total myth.
And if it does fall and crack, it protects you from getting cut on your face and your hands when you're using the screen. But it doesn't protect the screen from breaking.
No, you'd think for an extra $1,000 they'd make the glass a little bit more durable. You know,
dude, I'll tell you this 10S compared to the SE over here, that screen 1,000 times better.
I disagree.
Well, yeah, but I also haven't dropped it, so
I just the fuck agree.
You know, Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't even keep a case on his phone.
Well, how does he do it?
When he was on Rogan, he
just uses duct tape.
No, he had his phone out, and he's got his phone, and Rogan's like, "You're a savage. You don't have a fucking case on your phone." He goes, "I don't. Here's why. He goes, he does like finger maneuvers with the phone. He goes, I think about it this way. You ever watch Marines and like soldiers do drills with the rifles with the bayonets in them? and they never drop them because they do the drills all the time, I'm always doing this, so I never drop it. I'm like, all right, dude, fuck off.
Wait until your palms get sweaty.
Maybe he doesn't have that problem.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
Why? Because he's old?
No, I'm just jealous that he's controlling his phone.
Yeah. We know people mutually that have like that hyperhidrosis thing where they're, as a guitar player, their finger sweat will rust strings within like the first 7 times they use them.
Does that happen to you?
Not to me. It's somebody we know mutually, so it's a third party. It's fine. But I just he texted me. He's like, my phone broke. I'm like, God, what the fuck, Tom?
Well, whatever. I guess. Just live with it.
I mean, if you saw his old phone, I mean, this is still an upgrade. Massive upgrade.
Crazy upgrade. I literally woke up the next day with like burn marks, like these like black blotches on the screen.
Oh, yeah. It was like the screen just stopped working on that thing.
I was like, what the hell is going on?
It burned out in spots, which was weird.
Weird.
So
weird as shit. But
yeah.
I got a new phone.
So, and you know why? Here's the thing. Apple bandwagon, Bill's bandwagon. Back on the bandwagon.
I will say this, though. I'm not an Apple bandwagon. I've been using Apple since elementary school. And we talked about this last
Yeah, we did. We talked about this last time.
Yeah, I've always liked Apple up until this phone. I have always liked Apple and loved and supported Apple, even through Steve Jobs' passing on. I supported Apple. Not the fuck anymore.
The damage to his phone was self-inflicted. Just everybody remember that.
Dude, the first
Not
iPhone,
inflicted by the phone itself, but by Tom.
Yeah. The first iPhone was like made of this shit. And like, I remember...
no, it wasn't. It was plastic.
The first iPhone had the bottom part that was plastic, and then the rest of it was like this metal. This exact metal? And
I had a 3GS for a long time, which was the third installment of that phone. But the phone itself didn't change. It was the rounded back. It was plastic. It was the first generation. I don't even know if they had Gorilla Glass yet.
I want to see the back of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what that thing looked like. And the back of it was plastic. It was black plastic.
It was the bottom part. Just the bottom part was black.
No, the back of the phone. The whole back of the phone was black.
You're thinking of the third one. I'm talking about the first one. The very, very first iPhone ever.
I did not have an iPhone 3. So, what the fuck does that say? What does that say?
What?
iPhone 3GS, $2,600?
Who the fuck is buying that?
I can't be. First generation, 11 grand? These people are way bigger Apple fans than we are if they're willing to pay $11,000 for a phone that, while it started it all, doesn't do anything anymore and isn't even supported by the software. I'm so upset I'm getting winded. You can hear it in my voice.
Excuse me. But I know exactly what phone you're talking about, though.
Okay.
They had the very, very first iPhone was this like metal, and then on the bottom part of it, it was just that black. Dude, I dropped it downstairs, off stage, everything
into the toilet.
That was another. That was
phone?
that iPhone that you're talking about.
A 3GS, yeah. Which was the first one you could actually text message pictures with. Before that, you had to email them. It didn't have it as an option.
Yeah, see? Right. Oh, shit. I had it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was a tank.
Okay.
It was amazing. And then Steve Jobs passed on, and then this asshole started making these shitty phones. Sorry.
I mean, you don't have to be sorry. I'm going to say, like we often do, we have to agree to disagree. I think these new phones... Granted, the reason I got the SE... when the fucking 7 came out is because they had glass backs. All the other ones had glass backs, and the SE had a metal back like the 5 did.
Yeah.
And I liked that.
I liked the metal back
a lot.
way better.
This thing is all, this is all glass. So that's why I got a case. And also I don't drop it.
I gotta just learn how to twirl. I control drumsticks. I barely drop drumsticks.
Yeah, seriously. I've seen him drum a lot. It's all right.
But anyways... You asked me what we should talk about tonight, and I wanted to talk about how I ended up drinking everything the other night at my friend's wedding.
Oh, when you bought the baby pants?
Yes, I totally forgot about that. As well.
Go ahead and tell, before I act like a complete dick, go ahead and tell this story.
No, I fit into children's pants. I'm
he does.
content
You know
with
what? He's the cutest tiny little package. Not his package. His package is good, I hear.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, everyone.
So I know I'm having a weird thing. I didn't mean to call the guy from Apple an asshole. I'm just upset about my phone.
He's back on that. It's fine. It doesn't matter. He's not going to hear this, so he doesn't care.
Who knows?
Tim Cook is not hearing our podcast.
You don't think?
Nope. But those that are hearing our podcast want to hear about why you wear children's pants.
Oh, I had the weirdest time trying to find pants the other day. Mm-hmm. First of all, the size H&M 28 pants. We talked about this.
Yeah.
They're never the fucking same.
No, they're never.
Never. It's never the same.
You can have 12 pair of the same size pants from them, and every fucking one of them will fit different.
It's either long, too short,
weird bagginess in the hips. Like, dude, I'm not.
It's so weird. So I tried this one pair on. They're size 29. They don't have any other size smaller, and I'm like, they kind of fit. And I walked up to the lady and I was like, do you have kids formal wear? And she's looking at me weird, and she was like, why? And I was like, the size 29 doesn't fit. You guys don't have any 28s.
And hang on a second. You are a father.
Yeah.
Maybe you're looking for formal wear for your son who could easily be 10 at 31 years old.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, Paige was born when I was 19. She was 12 when I turned 30. You know what I mean? It's like that's fucked up.
What?
For her to go look at you weird and go, for what? Bitch, what do you mean for what?
I didn't even think about that. I was like,
you must just get that enough from people who are like, I need small pants. It's like, for me, it's like that fucking that outrage culture of 19. Like, what do you mean you're assuming I don't have a child? I mean, still, you don't have a young son, but who fucking cares? That's not the point.
Well,
and you said children's formal wear. That's bisex, binary sexual identity. Guys, I can't keep up.
Yeah.
I can't. Anyway, continue. So you asked her, and she said for what? And
she's like, I was like, well, I explained, and she kind of burst out laughing at me, but...
Wait, and then she laughed at you?
Yeah, and then I looked at her.
See you next Tuesday. Really Jesus.
Well, I think she was upset that her pants were bigger than mine, and I could fit into children's pants. And
okay,
I rocked them, and they worked great, and she burst out laughing. She's like, they fit? I was like, they fit. And I was like, no, I can't find a belt. A size 32 belt is too small. So this is the weirdest. I have the weirdest...
Remember what I said, though, when you called me. Sizes on clothes don't fucking matter.
Who knows?
They don't. No, not who knows. They don't matter. It's a general rule of thumb if it's about, yes. So I'm usually this. In certain things, I'm a 38. In certain things, I'm a 34. And I go, what the fuck? If the fit fits, it fits. That's what fucking matters.
Boys 14 plus.
And here's the fucked up thing. I don't know that it's fucked up. It's just one of those like, hey, ladies, we're in the same boat. We're not, and I'm sorry, but we are. When I used to take my friend shopping, my one girlfriend, not a girlfriend, but my one girlfriend shopping when she was sad, and we were looking for clothes for her for work or whatever. If we're looking for pants, blouses, whatever. Specifically, pants are the biggest thing, I think, there's an issue with when you think about the size. And she goes, well, I'm a this. And so and that made her sound like a bitch. She's not. She's like, well, I'm this, and, these are too tight or these are too big. I'm like, because the number doesn't fucking matter. So when you when you see a pair of pants that you like, grab the one below your number, the one that's your number, and the one above, and one of those is going to fit you. Don't worry about the fucking numbers. The number doesn't fucking matter. It's bullshit. So really also, the other point that I had, too, was if you are serious about having like a decent wardrobe and you're going to buy off the rack, have a reliable tailor that you can take your shit to and have them fix it for you. That's
true. I've never really brought my stuff to a tailor, though.
I have. Not recently, because I'm just an amorphous blob recently. I just kind of fit into things. I'm sort of fluid with like a plastic baggy kind of thing going on around me. Kind of keeps all the fluids and bones in. You put me in a plastic sack, I'd have the same shape as if you put me in a suit. Doesn't matter. But
no.
But the idea is that you can take stuff off the rack and go, okay, cool. Yeah, this fits here, but it's a little whatever this. It's a little go larger than smaller. They can tailor that shit for you. And for that $10, $12 it'll cost. For a $50, $60, $70, $100 pair of pants or dress pants or whatever it is, to have that for as many years as you'll wear it, it's worth every fucking penny. Yeah. Think about what you spend on coffee when you go out.
True.
This girl I was hanging out with the other night, again, a friend of mine, and not dating guys, sorry. Single but not available.
Single and mingle.
Neither. They were saying... That right? They were saying like, they didn't understand why people would buy Brita filters because they're so expensive. I'm like, how much is a bottle of water? They're like $2. I'm like, and how many do you buy a week? Well, at least one a day. All right, so that's $14 a week. A single Brita filter is about like $8, and it will make gallons and gallons of filtered water for you. That's better coming out of your tap through that than any of the stuff that comes in a bottle. Well, it's a lot of extra work.
Whatever.
Okay.
Personally, I don't give a shit. I'll just drink water.
Okay. That's fine. It's stupid. Penny wise and pound foolish. That's me for sure. But there's certain things where I'm like, no, this is dumb. Like I got a suit jacket from H&M, just a plain black one, and the one sleeve was way longer than the other one. And it's not even just like everyone's a little asymmetrical. It was considerably longer. Took it and had that fixed. Had the pants hemmed at the bottom so it fit me properly. Bought one of their plain white button-down shirts, and I already had like a skinny black tie. And at the wedding I was at last, which was 2 years ago, I was dressed exactly like everyone in the groomsmen's party for a fraction of the cost, to own what I had, minus the shoes.
Yes, and hence why I chose the children's pants. They fit better, and they were like $15 cheaper.
So, on the triumph of his pants find, you proceed to go to this wedding and drink everything that they have?
Yeah, I drank everything. I don't know why. It was a really... so far, the one day out of the 10 that's happened so far in September, that was the coolest fucking day. I'm super happy for them.
And you're not a big drinker at all.
No. Hell no.
But it's not like they had a pot bar, because it's New York and we don't have those yet.
I wish. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
The THC fountain.
I think I'm funny.
It's just chocolate fountain laced with THC and just putting blueberries and strawberries.
Honestly, dude, that's a brilliant idea. I'm going to have that at my wedding. Free joints. There's going to be a guy walking around with a table. It's going to have like a bowl, like a little tasters.
Have the different fucking, not blends, what am I thinking of? Strains though.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's just like, this is just
that would be awesome.
Have the person who's doing that like a fucking Alfred sort of person, but like he knows, all right, and do you have any mental illness in your family history? any chance that there's any schizophrenia? Don't smoke this one.
Oh my God, that would be so funny.
You will never turn back. You know what I mean?
You look like this one. The joint will choose you.
Holy shit. It's got a sorting hat. Fucking joints choose.
That is so ridiculous.
This is so idiotic, dude.
I back it. No, but yeah, the ceremony went down. It was beautiful. Mike, I don't know what that's called, but you read the thing. They read
your
stuff.
vows?
Yeah, I don't know. Mike, you fucking smashed it. Becca, you smashed it. I'm still thinking about your vows. That was beautiful. And yeah, as soon as it ended, everybody started drinking. Everybody started smoking pot and dancing, and it was the most fun I've had.
It sounds like every wedding. Not every wedding. It sounds like most weddings.
Most weddings.
It sounds like most successful, fun weddings.
This was a successful, fun-ass wedding.
Yeah.
And, the first thing I got was, honey, Jack Daniel's Honey on the Rocks, please. And I vaguely remember the rest. I remember champagne. I remember the red wine. I remember the white wine. And I'm pretty sure I had a couple more vodka drinks in there somewhere.
You drank a shot of Patron when we did the Mad Libs video and couldn't focus the rest of the time. Yeah, it started with a glass of liquor on the rocks, and I don't remember the rest.
It was really fun. It was such a fun wedding, though, because I know it was that fun because I was still tasting champagne a few days later, and I was like, damn. I was like, shit. I was like...
How?
I don't know, but I was also chalking up getting drunk so fast to how fast I metabolize. I was like, do you think that has something to do with it?
I mean, it does because you process it that much more quickly, so it goes into your system that much more quickly. It also exits it that much more quickly, but if you're taking in 10 times what you ever take in a single time, at your size, you're going to get fucked up.
I was having a good time.
Yeah, and there you go. That's what people wanted. What people want at their wedding is for everyone to have a good time. That's what they want.
Yeah. And
they want everyone.
Did. It was
they want
perfectly
people to go,
successful.
Fuck, that was a cool wedding. That's what people want with their wedding. If they don't, then they're complete bridezillas, both of them, and fuck them.
I don't know if there was any bridezilla action going on, but I was just I didn't know a single soul at my table. It was kind of funny, and I was like, "Hey, dude," I was like, "Is it okay if I sit over there?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "You know what? I'll just go. I'll follow your rules. It's okay." So just sit down. You're all right. And I just sat at the table, and I was like, I just mingled with everybody. And kind of knew everybody that I was
You kind of knew them, but you weren't really friends with them.
Yeah,
So
I
like
just
you knew them in passing or knew who they were.
You know what else I do remember? The dude sitting next to me. He's like, dude, how did you remember that? I was like, you can't fucking forget. So my buddy Mike gave his friend an X for Christmas, and I was like, you can't forget that.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
I was like, I remember that.
I feel like that's a standout story for most people.
Yeah,
maybe not Dan Bilzerian, but like for most people,
it was pretty funny. I was like, you can't forget a fucking X. How do you forget that? And especially the person. He's a giant, muscular of a man.
I feel like you've told me about that. I feel like that sounds like a thing I remember. You telling me that a friend of yours gave another friend of his an axe for Christmas. You definitely did, and I think you did it on the show.
Yeah, I think I did, honestly. Point. Yeah, the dude who bought the axe got married.
Right, and I'm sure you talked about that. I feel like I remember that unless I'm having crazy deja vu. Like last night when I sent you that video, and you're just like, didn't you send this to me before? And I'm like, no, I just found this now. And you're like, oh my God.
I swear to God, that was deja vu.
Yeah, that's absolutely deja vu at that point. But I'm positive you told me because that's like a story that stands out. Like you said, you don't forget that shit.
That's pretty funny.
Tom sits down at the table and is like, hello everyone, how are we? Who wants to get high? Like, everyone's in the pocket, man.
Literally just did that.
All the hands go up. I'm like, all right.
It was really funny. I remember everyone's like, okay, it's dinner time. And I remember just being wild and just getting stoned. And like,
where was the wedding?
The Botanical Gardens.
Oh, nice.
Nice. The reception was at the casino thing.
Okay, so pretty close.
Yeah, the Botanical.
Okay.
That
I'm thinking
altar thing, and then
because Botanical Gardens is like South Buffalo.
Wait,
isn't it?
I don't know.
Isn't it South Buffalo?
I have no idea.
What's
that thing in Delaware Park?
Oh, that's the casino.
Yeah, it's
right by Hoyt Lake.
Yes.
Oh, so it was not at the Botanical Gardens.
No. What isn't that called the Botanical Gardens? The thing off to the right of it?
No, that's just like the rose garden, like a flower garden. No, the Botanical Gardens is the thing in South Buffalo that's all encased and it's white and glass and it has like fucking banana trees and shit in it.
Oh, well, didn't know that.
Okay, that's a different thing. That's where we did the pregnancy pictures.
Oh, I keep telling you, where was it? Botanical Gardens. It wasn't at the Botanical Gardens.
I'm like, that's cool. I didn't know they did that, but that makes sense. Like, because people do like their baby photo reveal pictures and shit there all the time, or engagement pictures. A lot of times they'll do them at Botanical Gardens because it's really pretty. It's inside. A lot of like exotic plants and stuff. But no, that's just like that's literally like the casino. I forget what it's called, but it's like right at Hoyt Lake, right at Delaware Park, across from the art museum. Okay, still a hot spot.
It was a blast. But I remember being like walking back, and there everybody was like, my steak was sitting there. Everybody was done eating, and they're like, "Who the fuck is this dude?" And I was like, "Sorry, everybody." I was like, "Everyone get stoned," and then everyone was like, "Yeah." And I never finished.
We forgot you didn't eat your meal. Like, it doesn't matter.
It was a good time.
Yeah, that's one of the things. It's something that I've thought about briefly in this year and change now of singularity. Is like, if I get invited to a wedding, I then have to like figure out a +1. I didn't. Right, and that's fine. I don't know. I went stag to my cousin Danny's wedding, but my brother and sister-in-law, my sister, my all my cousins and everybody was there. It's like that was my family, so it's like people that I knew, so it wasn't weird. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. All my friends are older and either married or never getting married, so I don't know. It's something I thought about briefly, just one moment. I'm like, fuck, I gotta like either be okay with going by myself and feeling really awkward about that, not because I'm by myself, but it's like, for as outgoing as I seem, I'm kind of antisocial. So like talking to new people is, my mom's a person who, my parents went to Aruba like 10 years ago. Who the fuck are you going to know in Aruba? Nobody. They go, they're laying on the beach, they're hanging out. The couple that just sets up next to them, my mom immediately starts a conversation. She's the person that gets into an elevator and goes, "Oh my God, I love you," whatever, and has a talk with the person.
Oh, you're on floor 3, me too.
I feel like that's a whole generation, but that's definitely my mom. They became best friends with this couple from Jersey at Aruba. I'm like, I want to be the person who goes, "Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me." So if I'm there by myself, I'm like, we're celebrating your union. No, this is not good for me. This is not fun for me.
It depends on what I've consumed for me to be.
True. But then like, all right, do I become a liability to people around me that don't know me? And then it's like, then that kind of sucks. And it's like, who's that guy? Oh yeah, they're going to remember that dude from your wedding. We had so much fun. And then that guy threw up on the cake. Like it's,
oh my God. I don't think anybody threw up. There was no drama. There was nothing.
That's awesome. That's good.
Good ass wedding.
That's good. That's fucking great. It's fucking great.
I'm going to pull a Goodwill Hunting on him. Don't do it. Don't.
Do you like apples? How about them apples?
Oh my God. It is so ridiculous.
Holy fuck.
Where he's like, my fingers aren't greasy. He's like, you have sausage links in your pocket. That's the episode I fell asleep.
Frank, you broke my phone with your sausage fingers.
That is so funny. Those guys are brilliant.
He's like, fire both of them, put me in. Done. He's laying there and he's just taking a bite out of the sausage out of his pocket.
But yeah, hopefully what's his name? How do you say his last name? Rob McElhenney? What?
Oh yes, let's get into this. Rob McElhenney.
McElhenney. No. McElhenney. Dun, 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 Da, 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 no, I don't know the words.
What? Oh. Yeah, so
what's going on here?
I don't know. What are you doing?
It won't let me look at my tweets. There we go.
There you go.
Hey, what the fuck?
What?
Where did my tweet go? Did I dream that?
I don't know. Everything you told me when you got here, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. You need to say that on the show. And you said that you tweeted.
Was it on Instagram? I don't know. I don't remember.
Maybe it was on Instagram. It's funny that you say that and then look who's you might like.
That's what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so weird. Well, anyways.
So yeah, just do it up.
I came up with episodes.
So last night, I'm sorry. I'm that asshole.
What happened? No, go ahead.
So Tom comes in and he goes, dude, last night he said he tweeted Rob McElhenney. Apparently he didn't.
I didn't.
But he messaged him somehow in some form of social media
my mind is
with some
gone.
ideas that he had for episode topics for Always Sunny.
Side note, I gotta backtrack. While I'm looking for children's pants, dude, this is how gone my mind is. Everything went upside down. This has been happening to me a lot. This is, I'm pretty sure, a dyslexic thing. It happens all the time. It happens when I'm driving and I forget where I am. I don't know. Everything goes upside down, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Where am I? And then all of a sudden, it goes back. So I'm in the mall, and everything turns upside down, and I'm just like,
so you have vertigo?
I don't know what the fuck it was. I'm like watching people walk on the ceiling, and I'm just like, and then I like focus, and then it goes back. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I can't figure it out.
Well,
maybe that has something to do with me thinking I fucking...
Maybe.
I don't know.
The other thing I'm thinking of, though, that's weird that you're saying that, is that the one thing I do remember, a few things, but one thing I do remember about like anatomy and like maybe it was biology, I was in high school or something, like images that are captured in your eye are actually captured upside down, and then your brain corrects them to right side up. If I'm remembering that correctly, that's 25 years ago. That I remember being taught that you're because the way that the lens works in your eye, it actually everything is taken upside down and your brain corrects it.
Oh, that is weird.
Maybe that's failing in you.
Wouldn't fucking be surprised, honestly.
He's like, I dropped my phone, had a hard time finding pants. September has sucked. What month is it? So
it's October.
So Always Sunny topic.
Always Sunny.
These episode ideas are fucking gold. We'll hang on, let me write it. Rob Mac, I'm just gonna write that, and Caitlin Olsen. I'm gonna tag everybody.
Everybody, please.
Always Sunny,
because it is literally the only positive thing that's been happening.
Harley Day, and then Glenn Howerton, and I don't know. Does Danny DeVito have a? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's called Trollfoot.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I follow him actually.
Okay, so. I think it's DAVITO. None of those are verified.
Weird.
I don't know that he does.
I'm pretty sure he does. He used to always post photos of his foot, like on a, like he would just like go to a restaurant and take his shoe off and put it on the table and take a photo of it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, pardon my throat noises.
But anyways,
by the way, so he comes in and he goes, dude, I had this thing and I sent these to Rob, and
I've had these ideas for a minute and I thought it was really funny. The gang myth busts. Charlie runs with scissors. I thought that was super funny.
Yeah, right.
Dennis gets catfished.
That one is, I think, my favorite.
I thought that was
That one is, I think, somebody who's more of a fucking cerebral perv than he is. That
Yeah.
Catfish is Dennis. How amazing would that be?
Perfect.
Like, you need a real fucking. I don't even know who you'd cast to play that, but it'd have to be somebody pretty big. I feel like.
Who knows? I thought that was really funny
That,
too.
dude, that's a fucking genius idea.
And then the birth of Patty's, the gang buys a bar.
Yeah, right. You said that one too. And I think that's awesome because last night, I think the last one that I was watching before I went to bed was the cracking of the Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one that's last. So I thought, but that bar existed, and then they wasn't in their family, and they inherited it. They bought it, so that's why I like that idea.
Did they inherit it?
No, I'm saying they didn't. Like they played characters there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But it's not like it was handed down. They talk multiple times in the show about how they bought a bar right out of high school.
They
basically
they have to tap on that. That
Right.
would be so fucking funny.
That'd be amazing.
And that was it. There was definitely more.
Those are the three you told me though, and Dennis Gets Catfished by far, fucking hands down, is my favorite idea for any show. Kitten Mittens was incredible. Dennis Gets Catfished is the best fucking idea I've ever heard for that fucking
You know
show.
what? I should just fucking tweet it right now.
Just tweet it out and tag them. Dude, that is so good.
Can I tweet on a computer?
I think so. Yeah. Can't you? Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
What is the @ sign? How would I say this?
Episode idea that you guys absolutely need to write. Dennis Gets Catfished.
Dennis Gets Catfished. Fishes.
Yeah. Fucking.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch! Period. Is that two things now? Now I'm going to add a dash in it?
No. No, that's right. Catfished.
Should I do the other ones too?
Yes, yeah, I would do the other ones too, but by far, dude, that one,
Dennis Gets Catfished. That would be so funny to
it's so fucking good, dude.
The birth of Patty's.
Whoa.
Come on. Gang buys a bar.
Yeah, yep.
What was the other one? Charlie Runs with Scissors.
The Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Charlie Runs with Scissors.
The gang Mythbusts or Mythbusters?
The gang Mythbust would be good. If they can fuck with the title if they need to, but they get the concept from it. But I would say that Charlie Runs with Scissors. Dude, make these. Just put "make these!" ! Oh my god.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would. Can you tag? I would say tag Caitlin Olsen. Tag everybody else too. Tag Caitlin Olsen, Charlie Day, Glenn Howerton.
I don't think I follow her.
You can still tag people that you don't follow as long as you're not blocked. There you go. No, that's not her.
I just saw her tweet too.
Yeah. AIT? No, it's not KAIT. Yeah, Charlie Day.
Is it that one?
No, it should be Charlie Day Official, I think.
What is going on here, Twitter? You're letting me down.
I think it's Charlie Day Official or Official Charlie Day. Yeah, try Official Charlie Day. Really? What the fuck? My phone's a camera. God damn it. Because I follow all those guys. Yeah, it's Charlie Day quote.
There's
That's
Caitlin
Caitlin Olsen. Okay. So how are you spelling it? CAIT?
I was going to copy it. What is it? CAIT?
KAIT. There you go. Caitlin Olsen, Glenn Howerton. Glenn with two N's. Yep, that's him. Right top.
That one?
Yep. And Charlie Day, goddamn. I think it's Charlie Day Official. It is on Instagram. I'm almost positive.
Charlie Dat. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird. I know he's on. I know he's on Twitter too, but
I'll just hashtag Charlie.
Yeah, sure. Hashtag Charlie Day.
Oh, I feel bad. I don't want to leave Charlie out.
Right? I can't look it up because the computer's recording that stuff, that phone's recording that stuff, and that phone's recording you.
I go through my phone.
You know what? There you go. Yeah. pop into Twitter and figure. Yeah, that was dumb of me to not think of that.
Okay, hang on.
While he's doing that, you can check out my content on TikTok. It's Nick2810 on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok and you have multiple hours a day to throw away to the ethers of the internet, go ahead and download that shit right now. It is some of the best and worst things you're ever going to see in your life.
Yeah, here's my broken ass phone.
Dude, that's so shitty. I feel so... My God, it looks like your old phone, Tom.
No, my old phone was way worse.
Not Sharky Day. No, hang on. Nope. Get
Is it PADDIES or no? It's definitely
PADDYS.
yeah.
Charlie Day official. Nothing. God damn. Okay, Charlie Day. People. Nope, that's Charlie Daniels. Charlie Day. I wonder if he's actually not on Twitter. I was sure he was. This is fucked up. I was positive that he was, but I'm not finding him on here. So I guess hashtag it, and if we figure it out later, you can add it as a comment. Do that. Locking your phone. You were getting text messages from somebody. I don't know who it was. Okay.
How's that work?
Sounds good.
Hashtag we can't find Charlie's Twitter account.
Dude, Dennis gets catfished. I almost want to try to write the episode myself and just send it in and go, do what you want with it, throw it out, rewrite it completely, just anything. Just make that. Oh, God. The other days.
How did they not already think of that, though? That is kind of like.
Because catfishing was already a thing that was in there, remember? When the gang gets shushed.
Well, they catfished?
Okay, D got catfished by that black woman named Catfish.
Oh,
remember
my
the guy
God.
who shushed him? And it was the guy who shushed him. This woman had taken his picture and created an account on Facebook that went around and shat on people and said like really mean things. But he had this guy's picture, so they thought they found the guy who shushed him, who was the picture she took.
Oh my God.
Do you not know? Oh, dude.
I don't remember. Can they go back though? Would they do that though?
Do what?
Dennis gets catfished?
Why wouldn't they? Dude, they got 2 more seasons after the one they just finished filming. Well, sky's the limit, dude. Absolutely. They only do 8 to 10 episodes a season.
That's so wild.
It's a brilliant fucking idea.
Okay. Episodes. Dennis gets catfished. The birth of patties. The gang myth buys a bar. The gang myth busts. Charlie runs with scissors. And do we add though? Charlie refuses to believe there are white African Americans.
Mm-hmm. That's the other one you were talking about.
There are definitely more. Like,
oh, also, comment, tag the show.
oh shit!
It's all right. No, it's all right. With Twitter, they don't want you to edit anything unless you delete it. So
At
Apartment A3 Pod. There you go. Still not verified, Twitter. What the fuck?
down.
No blue check mark. What is this bullshit?
But yeah, I have been like weirdly bummed out these last few 10 days. 9 days minus the wedding.
Right.
And It's Always Sunny has been like a breath of fresh air.
or of recurring stale air, which just is the thing that keeps you homeostatic.
It's really funny though, because I've noticed like watching it's like it goes back into my personality, like what I would like to be. Do you know what I'm talking about? And like,
you want to be a sociopath like all of them?
No.
What do you mean?
Like just fun and funny. And
okay, yeah, for sure.
Like,
why do you think only thing I watch is comedy?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some really good stuff out there. I don't watch any of it. I only watch. I mean, when I say stuff, I mean Game of Thrones. Didn't finish Breaking Bad.
I know.
The Wire. Fill in the goddamn blank. There's 100 fucking shows that are incredible that I've never even seen a frame of.
Yeah, I don't like those shows though, dude. Like, I'm right there with you on that. Like
I want to watch that Mindhunter show.
Mindhunter.
Okay, so it just came out recently. So it's about. Okay, so let me back up a second. There's this guy named Mike, not Mike Douglas, John Douglas, and he is like the foremost. He's the world's foremost fucking expert on serial killers and sociopaths.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So, cool backstory to that is I knew who that guy was 20 years ago because when I was in college, I took a deviant behavior course as one of my electives, and that was our textbook, was his book, Mindhunter.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
I've known about this guy forever, and he was already a guy in the business 25 years. And the funny thing to me is in the first page or so, it might even be the opening sentence. My mother's maiden name was Holmes, like Sherlock Holmes. I'm like, dude, your name would have been John Holmes, like the porn star. That's what I immediately responded with out loud. And my teacher's like, what? I'm like, nothing you probably haven't heard before. He's like, ugh. And he was a guy who should have been a John Douglas. He should have been a guy who hunts down serial. He's that very straight-laced sort of, he understands the minds of crazy people because he's a little nuts himself kind of thing. I don't remember the guy's name at all, but I can remember his face and just the way he carried himself. He seemed like a fucking cop, you know?
Yeah.
He seemed like a cop, you know what I mean?
A cop.
He seemed like a cop. Are you a fucking cop? You got to tell me if you're a cop. Anyway, so that show's supposed to be incredible.
It is pretty cool. I just don't care.
They just talked about it on The Stank, I want to say. Dan and Frank, The Stank.
I don't think I've seen that episode.
You haven't seen those. There's only 7 out. Actually, 8 just came out, I think. But they talk about their favorite TV shows, series, Marvel stuff, wrestling. They talk about a bunch of different stuff. That's just their preferences, and a lot of it kind of aligns with me. So, and I like them as people already anyway. So when they were talking about it, and I went, "Holy fuck!" I had that book until about 4 years ago. I finally gave it away, so I don't have it anymore.
Figures.
Yeah, right.
Now you want it.
I kind of do. Yeah.
I don't know why, but like I just wanted to watch something different. I still ended up watching It's Always Sunny right before bed, but I watched some episodes of The Purge. Have you heard?
There's a series?
Yeah, there's a series. That's what I mean. I didn't care really. I just kind of popped it on just to see what it was about, and I was like, yo, the last time I watched the USA TV network was when it was WWF. That was the last time I fucking watched that.
That was a long time.
I was like...
I mean, that was late 90s. They didn't switch to WWE until a couple years into 2000s when they switched to that.
MTV, remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. MTTV. All right, Kurt, we get
funny.
it.
That is funny. Let's see if they tweet it back. Hurry up.
See if they tweet it back. It's just your tag of me, of the podcast, rather. Yeah, fucking Joe Coy's new special is really great. If you haven't seen it, it's called Coming In Hot. It's good. Solid shit. And live today on September 10th is Bill Burr's new comedy special, which I'm so excited to watch tonight when the baby goes to bed. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so amped.
Do you have any pot?
Why would I have that? I don't have that in my house.
Do you need some?
No, Tom.
No,
I'm good.
Sorry.
I'm good.
I like peer pressuring you.
Yeah. The good thing is that at 40, I'm pretty good at going, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm a loser? That's fine.
You pussy.
Like, dude, all right, real quick, because we're probably going to end up finishing on this story. A couple days ago, I'm at the one restaurant, and we've recently had a little bit of a management shift. And so it's this younger girl, and she's also bartending that night. That's how it works at this particular spot. That closing manager bartends because the owner can't work 100,000 hours a week. It's just too much. It's just too fucking much. One of our cooks is a little bitch and decides to complain about, she needs to be over here. We're running out of food, like specific items and stuff that weren't prepped, and prep wasn't doing this and this and this. And, she needs to be over here, like helping us and stuff. So partly to throw him under the bus and partly to communicate, because he wasn't communicating, I went to her and I said, hey, just so you know, this individual has said this, this, and this. I don't know if they need help, if there's anything that can be prepped. She wasn't particularly busy at the bar, so she had a minute. I can always cover the bar if it's necessary. I don't think she even knows the show exists, and I know he doesn't. So I want to tread lightly a little bit because I don't want to piss her off, because it's not necessary. But being somebody who's younger, rather than going to him and saying, hey, do you need something? She went, are you talking shit about me behind my back? Because you could just come talk to me about it. Which proceeds to then have him come to me and go, hey man, what the fuck are you talking about my business for? Why are you telling people my business? He's like, I'm really pissed off. He goes, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, okay. He goes, you're a fucking pussy. And I'm like, okay. I said, you had complaints, you had issues. We're trying to solve those. That's how a team works, is they communicate.
Yeah, right.
You weren't communicating.
Hello?
I'm a 40-year-old man, all right? I'm not some 20-something-year-old child. I'm a 40-year-old man who goes, all right, well, how do we fix this issue?
Yeah, right.
How do we ran out of fucking beans? All right, do somebody have to go put beans on the stove? Like, how the fuck,
Why don't you just ask someone?
Let's just fix the problem. And he's like, no, fuck you, whatever, blah, 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 you're a pussy. Like, multiple times. And the other cook's just like, hey man, calm down. Like, he's like, you were complaining and we do need some help. He's like, no, fuck him. I'm like, okay. I wasn't going to say anything else. I'm like, okay.
Just let it go.
Okay. And I'm like, what do you think you're going to get with that? Do you think you're going to go to me and to go, no, fuck you, you're a pussy. I'm going to run back there. We're going to fist fight.
Fight a coworker.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
9 other coworkers are like, relax.
I can't even say I would have done that at 25 because I still had a kid. I had enough mind in my head to go, you don't do anything stupid because if you go to jail, your child doesn't have you.
Yeah.
Now, maybe if I hadn't had Paige when I was so young, I might have gotten into a few fights. Maybe, maybe not. Can only speculate. There were times where I was heated and managed to hold myself back for those reasons. Who knows if I would have. I'm glad that I didn't.
Yeah, right.
You know?
You took the high road.
As much as I could, yeah. I could have, I don't know what else I could have done. He was. And here's the thing, though, right?
Why wouldn't you be like, I didn't say I was just trying to help.
No. Because I said that. I said, dude, I said that to him. I'm like, look, you guys are missing stuff. You need shit. You need support. You weren't telling the management. So I said, hey, management, kitchen needs some help. I did say that. And he was still like, fuck you, whatever. I'm just like, okay, wait. So I'm the pussy because
When did this happen?
This is Saturday night. So I said, so I'm the pussy because I went to management for support for you because you were too much of a pussy to ask for it yourself and just decided to bitch about it instead because you're a little twat.
Yeah, totally.
And I mean, it's really what it comes down to. So
he'll take it out on you, but he won't take it out on the little girl.
He didn't take shit out on me. No, because he was mouthing back to her too. But again, she's early 20s. She has some experience in the industry for sure. She went to culinary school and stuff too. So it's like, this isn't her first fucking job. But typically people in the kitchen, who are typically men, do not respond kindly to any aged woman in the front of the house whatsoever, no matter what their position.
That's weird.
It's weird to you only because you haven't lived in it for 20 years. It's so fucking common, it's disgusting.
Why?
Misogyny. Just believing that you're better. First of all, back in front of the house, in almost every place I've ever worked, it's a constant fucking war between the two for zero reason. And I don't know what the animosity is. Some people say it's because of money, because they only make the hourly wage and we can make a lot of money in tips and stuff. But it's like, all right, well then do what we do. The reason I don't do what you do is because I make more money out here.
And I'm not a good cook.
I could be a great cook. I could have been a great line cook.
Well, I'm just saying for me.
Right, okay. But then I would also be that grizzled, greasy piece of shit who just goes home and plays Xbox and drinks Mountain Dew all day. And that's not everybody, but I've known a lot of them. You're right, and he's just constantly angry. I'm constantly angry out front, but I'm making better money than you.
Oh, God.
Because I can put on the face and go, oh yeah, the taco wasn't good. I did warn you it was extremely hot. But okay, no problem. We'll take it off the check for you. Like, you can't do that. Every cook I've ever come across, maybe 2 that didn't say this, were like, man, I don't know how you do what you do. I would lose it on people. I'd call them out and I'd call them pieces of shit, tell them to get the fuck out of the restaurant. You don't think we've all wanted to do that?
That's why you're a cook.
Right. Exactly, Tom. Now, that does not unilaterally apply to anyone who cooks in a kitchen, although it's like, not all Trump supporters are racist, but all racists are Trump supporters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, not all cooks are assholes, but all assholes are cooks, or vice versa. You know what I mean?
That's pretty funny.
Which still actually doesn't get me out of hot water at all. Actually, it actually leans into it more. But anyway, the point is a relatively grown man called a fucking grown man a pussy because he was too much of a bitch to actually communicate. And maybe it's just, and so again, I've said this to so many people recently. In going with what Gary Vee preaches of, trying to be empathetic and just being, grateful, he goes, I'm grateful. That's how I have all this energy. I'm fucking grateful. I'm like, I try to be, and it gets exhausting.
Yeah.
And then I try to be empathetic, and it gets exhausting. Because when you're dealing with that same person or those same people on a daily basis or even, a few days a week, and their attitude is just a constant suck on your life. Like, not everybody's built the same. You know what I mean? When it comes to that. I'm so glad that he can do that. That's cool for him. Most people can't do that.
No, I definitely can't.
So I try harder to be that way. I'm like, all right, so what happened? All right, so the one guy who's actually supposed to be closing and actually supposed to be your kitchen leader just bounced at 8 o'clock without doing any side work, without prepping anything. So you're angry, that's fine. That's not the front of the house problem. That's not the management's issue. If that person left without even checking out with the management, like they are supposed to. They're supposed to go, hey, just, I'm going to take off.
Did that happen?
This is what happened that day. This is what happened. Saturday night. So he's already in a pissy mood because this guy took off. It was supposed to be 3 people. We were pretty steady, even though, we've been kind of slower. 8:30, like, man, we're still getting all these tickets. The kitchen closes at 11 o'clock on Saturdays. Yeah, we're still getting these fucking tickets. And so, he's just pissing and moaning. So a little bit to be catty and a little bit to be, hey, they might need help. I told the manager, who in turn went and was catty, which turned that guy into being an asshole to me and turned me going, okay,
sure.
And I almost said,
dude, that was probably making him way more fucking mad.
I almost said, well,
why isn't he getting aggravated?
When he was calling me a pussy, I'm almost like, well, you are what you eat.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, well, it's been a long time. And also, is that really going to land with this guy? I don't know that he's going to get it.
I would just be like, all right, man.
That's what he did. And I the thing is I don't plan to go to jail, and I'm pretty sure that this dude may have been to jail. And so it's either I don't want to go back or I'm not afraid to go back. For me, I'm not going to go. So I'm not going to dentist you. I'm not going to engage physically.
Engage physically.
Engage physically.
What was the other one?
It's
the one that was really emotional damage or something like that.
What is the dentist? Come on. Dependence. Cool. You want to create dependence and then engage physically, and then I'll remember it's the last one is separate entirely.
Oh, look, there's a whole Wikipedia for it.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Okay. So demonstrate value, engage physically, nurture dependence, neglect emotionally, inspire hope, separate entirely. So I wasn't trying to do anything.
Inspire hope? What the fuck? Oh my God, he is so funny, dude.
Oh my God. These guys are, they're fucking hysterical. Yeah. They're so good. But anyway, so I guess they'll just leave it at that. It's just, I'm not going to get in a fight, but I'm also not going to go, oh, I don't want to, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't have that mentality of, I'm not fucking backing down. Like if the guy wants to throw hands, I'm like, if that guy wants to throw hands, you could still get put in jail for the night.
Yeah.
God forbid you actually land something and knock him out and he hits his head and cracks it open, then he's dead. That's the reason Rogan doesn't fucking fight anybody. He wants to de-escalate before he escalates.
Yeah.
He's trained in how to do what he does because he wants to defend himself, but he also does it because if he knows he doesn't have to be afraid, and he's also been hit. He goes, a person who says they're not afraid to get punched in the face is a person who's never been punched in the face. Because if you've never been hit in the face before, you're the one talking the biggest fucking game. You're the one with the mouth, the biggest mouth.
I've definitely been punched in the face.
And it's like, it's a little bit different with some of the UFC guys, like Michael Bisping talks shit all the time, Conor talks shit all the time. Clearly they've been punched in the face, but it's just that personality.
Yeah.
But in general, he goes, most people who do jiu-jitsu and are MMA fighters, he goes, they're the nicest, most chill people in the world because they practice murder all day, every day.
Yeah, they get that rage out.
Exactly. And so I don't do that. I just think my older age and lower testosterone has kind of subdued that a little bit. But it's you want to be young and angry, that's cool. But do it on your own fucking time and on your own dime.
I relate it to be like, I'm happy. I'm not fucking fighting you, dude.
Yeah. Like I say, hey man, can I just get that guac? I just need that side of guac. That's all I need. And so that's what it turned into. That's what I was getting to. So this dude left early. That got them pissed off. There was this fight, this go between. She goes into the kitchen to help the line, even though they really didn't need it. He was just being a bitch. And then by the end of it, he's just, man, I'm just so tired. Seems like, and not tired of this shit tired. I'm like, I'm just so tired. Like you see, he was exhausted. His brain stopped working. I don't know if he went outside for a smoke and actually hit a joint. Very possible. It happens all the time.
At Esther's Jack.
I'm not going to say where. There's 2 places. I'm not saying which one. Again, substance abuse in the kitchen is pretty high. Front of the house too, actually, though. I mean, in general, in restaurants, people are doing shit. They're doing all kinds of stuff. Not necessarily there, but sometimes. The point is that he was so exhausted by the end of the night, and he's just looking at me like I'm in the window waiting for something, and he looks up and he's like, "What's up?" I go, "Just a side of queso, please." He's like, "All right." He just hands it to me. All right. Hey, do you guys have the blah 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 back there? He's like, yeah, I got you. I'm like, thank you so much. I'm still being polite. I'm still fucking minding my P's and Q's.
Definitely feeling about it bad.
I don't. Like, no. He wasn't feeling bad about it. He didn't give a shit about it. I know that it didn't faze him at all. He didn't feel bad whatsoever. And I don't. And I'm not like, you should. I don't give a fuck. You don't matter to me. And that's the thing where I go, well, no, you need to be more empathetic. It's like when
he's just a coworker, man.
It's like when your parents are like, I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like one of those. It's like, it's like, oh, I'm not angry at you because that means I validate your existence. I don't care that you're here. Well, that's really vicious. But do I? Do I care that you're here?
Dude,
like, is that shitty? I don't know.
I said that same thing, kind of the same thing to when I was getting in trouble for taking photos. They were like this and that. I was like, how is this? I was like, I never see that guy. I was like, I have no idea that guy is alive for like the majority of my day. I forget that he exists. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I remember he's a person when I see him.
Right.
And I was like, how is that like? I was like, how does this dude have something to do in my life? I was like, I don't even see him when I walk into work, but he's judging me. He's like writing down my like things. I was like, that is just so weird to me. And then I explained, I was like, I didn't know I was being reviewed. I was like, now I don't care that I'm being reviewed. Now now I don't care. And then they stopped reviewing people. And like everything is like way better now at the job. It's like really funny.
So places do, they'll do periodic reviews of stuff. Oh, come on.
I did hear that.
We're almost done anyway. They do periodic reviews of your employees because you're looking to it's not supposed to always be about what you're doing wrong. It's supposed to also be about what you're doing right. And if there's things that you're doing wrong or incorrect or inefficiently, here's what we can do to help you be better at it.
Yeah, was not like that.
It's almost never like that. That's what it's supposed to be, but it's almost never like that. And I do think there needs to be that certain amount of oversight, and it's more just coaching. It really is just coaching the behavior or the... I'm fucking exhausted.
Like
so
that's
fucking tired.
Like even if they were like, okay, I noticed this. If we could do this, this, and this, that would be sick, perfect. But it was like, you're not doing this, and this is that, and I was like, dude, you're not here. I was like, I don't even know you're alive until I fucking come here.
Right, right.
It's just so weird.
And so that's why, like, when I was at the insurance company, you'd have once a month you had a meeting with your direct supervisor, where they would go over your stats, your call times, your this, and this, your scores on your different. They scored 10. I want to say like 10 calls a month, and you had to be above a certain number to not be in trouble. Blah blah blah. The in trouble was part. And the only reason that it probably existed like that is because there was a union there, and so to a degree, the union employees are protected by the union, but there's shitty employees protected by the union too, and that's what always aggravated me.
Yeah,
I understand the importance of unions. I get it. My brother's a huge advocate for them. As a school teacher, and I understand that, I do, but they're still protecting shitty employees too. And that's the thing that always bothered me, because I worked with people who were just fucking garbage people, but did just enough to skate by. And it's like, here's me really trying, and I'm still kind of failing, and then they're having an attitude with me because they've been there for 15 years. I'm like, well, I hope you enjoy your life at a fucking desk.
Yeah. They're hanging out at the cube all day.
It's we are all similar, but we're all built differently. There are people who can do that job and there are people who can't. There are people who can do that job as an interim thing and not hate their lives. They'll be going to school in the meantime. Then they graduate and they get a promotion and they move on and they go to another company, and that was just a blip on the screen for them. I started at that place in my late 30s. A lot of people that I worked with there were either in their late 40s or 50s or approaching retirement, or they were 22 years old right out of college, or 20 or so out of high school and not knowing what to do, and they got a good job because a family member worked there and got them an interview, and they did well enough to be there. And so it's like, for the youngsters, it's like, oh no, this is just a stepping stone for you. For the people who were there for all those years, like, this is how I'm going to die. And for me, it's just like, I'm too old to be here and not old enough to die here. And that's why I'm like, I'm going to die here if I don't leave here.
Yeah.
And so I left there, and it's not for everybody. And that's fine,
I guess.
But, that guy's a douchebag. He can go fuck himself with his black nail polish.
Oh, no. He's an emo kid. Not to mention. No.
Not exactly.
No, he's got black nail polish on. He's deemed.
And so saith Tom, and so saith everyone. Everybody, check out Tommy on Tom is Alive on Twitter, Tom Falcone on Instagram. He is back live as a non-private account, basically just pushing his new band project, Tiger Jacket.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for that shit to come out.
Kind of cool. Kind of
Apartment A3 Pod on Instagram. Apartment3pod.com is the website. We have Nick Too Late on Instagram. Apartment A3 Podcast on Instagram. Nick Too Late 10 on TikTok. And what's your TikTok, or do you not want to share it?
I don't think I have a TikTok. I don't remember what it was. Honestly.
Guys, get on TikTok. Check it out. Like, subscribe, smash that like button, subscribe, comment, smash
hey
it,
guys,
smash it.
Here,
we're the best guys. We're so grateful. We're so grateful to all of you guys. You're the best.
What else is
Man,
there?
you keep
What
us
else do they
alive.
do?
You keep us young.
What else do they say? What else do they say, those YouTubers?
I don't know.
Are we even allowed to say YouTube?
Oh, you can say it. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Don't say it at me like I'm the one who made up the rules, Tom.
I'm just making sure.
Jesus fuck. Did we just end the podcast?